Okay.
Okay, good morning, Ter Manyang.
Good morning to you.
It's really nice having you here. Welcome to my podcast, The Recent Past. We're
Thank
trying
you.
to recount some of the things, the current affairs and the things that happen in our country and also specifically in your work. Maybe I can start by giving you a chance to introduce yourself in case people who don't know you.
Okay. My name is Ter Manyang. I work with Center for Peace and Advocacy as the Executive Director. At the same time, the chairperson of Civil Society Coalition on Defense of Civic Space. A coalition with 12 members organizations in the country. We are mainly on the issue to monitoring of the shrinking civic space in the country. Yeah.
You are a very vocal person, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I first met you in 2017.
Yes, we met in 2017.
We met in 2017.
Yes.
That was the first time. I was based in Kenya.
Yes, I was based in Uganda.
You were based in Uganda,
I was working with the network of South Sudan civil society organization in Uganda, in which I was the co-founding member. I was the coordinator.
Yeah.
And that network was funded by CAS and Oxfam.
Yeah, CAS, the German organization.
Yes. By then, we were run on the issue of the civic education and the dissemination of the peace agreement to the South Sudan refugees, at both in the urban and rural.
Yeah, that's 2017. Were you in school by then?
No, I done my school in 2015.
Yeah.
I done my school in 2015. Yes.
Okay. So you've done your school in 2015.
Yes. On 18th of November.
Okay.
2015.
So tell me a little bit, like, where were you born? Where did you grow up? Stuff like that.
I was born in the bush. I was born in 1985 in the place called Ayod County in Jonglei State. And then I started my school in 1997 in Lara County in Unity State. And then from there, when I reached to FIFA, I quit. I told my daddy, and daddy, I don't want to continue with education. And he asked me why. I told him I had an experience. The children who went to school early age, they don't understand issues.
Because by then you were a bit older.
I'm 12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And then I told my daddy I want to go back to the village. And then asking me why, I told him the children who went to school earlier, they don't understand issues, and when they reach to mature age, even they become selfish. They don't associate with anybody. And then asking me, and where do you get this idea from? I told him I learned from others people. And then my father is a general. And then he told me, okay, if this is what you want, and then go back. And then I went to Ayod. And then we were together with others, with my colleagues, and then we look after cattle, even I got marks. I think we are, I think we are 3 people. Because when they give you those marks, the person who is brave, they leave you behind. Okay? I was the first person. No, I was the last, and we are 3.
How is the process of getting
the
marks?
process? Yeah, the process. First of all, you need to, the family members, they need to gather some cows, and also, and they need to get a good place for at least for 14 days. In order for you to heal, to eat well. And then the process, and they dug the hole, the small hole, and then you lay on. Yes, back, and then the blood also go down to that hole. Okay. Yes, it's not everybody who does this. There are some expert. Who does this, because it's not easy work, because they cut your nerves. Okay. And then from there, you stay, I think, for 14 days in the house. They cook for you good food. They slaughter some goats. You become healthy, and then you become fat, and then from there you qualify to be called a man.
Is it painful?
Yes, it's really painful, because they do a knife.
You use a knife?
Yeah, the sharp one. They do a knife. So, and then when I done with those processes in 2003, I told my daddy, the time has come. I want to go to Khartoum. And then my daddy, because last time there's the issue of SPLA and the Sudanese army. And then my daddy does not want to go to the Sudanese army. And then he became the civilian. And then he does the business. Okay? And then he said that I will never betray this country until the SPLA is back again. This is where I will go back to my rank. And then because he became a businessman, he's selling dry fish. He took dry fish from Malkal to Khartoum, and then even also the skins of crocodiles. Okay, because that was a hot, get a lot of money. And then 2003, I went to Khartoum. Because I already understand things, they put me in P3. They put me in P3. And we are together with one of my childhood friends. And this guy understands Nuer because he went to school in Nuer up to P6.
Up to P6 is in Nuer what? Studying in Nuer?
Yes.
Are there people who study in Nuer?
Yes. There are some people who study in Nuer. And this guy is very sharp. But for me, I don't know anything. I forgot everything.
because you are just chilling in the village.
Yes, I forgot everything.
Uh-huh.
And then from there, when I started, and then we were together, and then from there, they promoted us, and then they see us, we are very sharp.
Because were you a bit older by then?
Yes, I'm big older. And then they promoted us, and then until the crisis of 2005 happens. Okay? This is when this gentleman, and he told my daddy, I want to go back to the village. My daddy told him, no, you don't need to go back to village. Because you are together in the school with your brother. The painful thing is that when your brother has completed school and you are not, it's not going to be good. And then he said, no, me, I left my wife at home. He impregnated, I think, a lady.
Yeah.
And then my father insists, and then he said, no, I want to go back to the village. And he thought maybe people will not survive because we were in Khartoum.
Because that's the crisis with the death of of Dr. John.
Yes.
So there was a lot of looting.
There was a lot because I was staying in Kalaklak.
That place is
weather.
very hot. Yeah, Kalaklak weather.
Yes. And then people did not eat for some good days. There was a lot of fighting.
The Arabs also.
Yes.
It started now putting roadblocks. They are now targeting South Sudanese after the riot.
And then the guy, and he said that after this one, and then my father, and give him the transport, and then you go home. I remain. And then from there, my daddy said that you need to go back to Uganda. Because my daddy fought for us very well. Because he's a general, he knows the benefit of the education. Then I went to Uganda.
You went to Uganda which year?
I went to Uganda in 2007. Until 2015.
So 2007, where did you settle in Uganda?
I went to a place called Namalanda.
Where is that?
Namalanda is in Kampala. It is alongside Entebbe Road.
Okay.
Yes. The good thing I just realized that when I went to Uganda, even some children who went to school in Uganda earlier, they don't understand things. But me, I was very sharp.
Because you already had experience in life.
Yes, I was very sharp. To be honest, the lie between the rural and urban, even me, I am writing a book now, comparing the lie between urban and rural. Okay? Because now, if you compare the children who stay only in urban areas, they don't understand a thing of rural area. And this is the reality. Because when I look at the reality today in South Sudan, for me, I am lucky because I got an opportunity where I grew up in the both areas. Okay? And then when I went, I was together with my sisters and my brother because my father has 11 wives.
11 wives?
11 wives. My mother is the first wife. And we have 45 children. I'm the elder son.
You're 45 in number?
Yes, as a children. And then in 2011, on 11 March, my father was killed during the Georgia Thor rebellion in Jonglei.
In Jonglei, yeah.
Yes, because he was fighting along the SPLA.
George Ator was South Sudanese.
Was a South Sudanese army general who the main objective of that fighting, because his board were rigged during the 2010 election, because he contested for governorship of Jonglei State.
Yes,
together with Ter Manyang.
Yes, and he lost.
Yes, he lost, and then
he felt a bit cheated or something.
Yes, and then that is the main cause of the rebellion.
Because his fights also extended up to Upper Nile.
Yeah. And then my father was given order, because my father was to stay in 2008, was to stay alongside in Mangala. And that's Division 8.
Yeah.
And then 2009, it was 2009, 2010, and then it was taken to Akobo in Jonglei. Then in 2011, it was taken to Pangak County. This is where he made his death.
So in Fangak, the George Ator people were active there.
Yeah, they are very active, and that's why the former chief of staff and General Road Mike, I think by then, the issue of the soldiers, and when they give you an order, you don't
question.
Yes, and then they gave my father the order
to go
and fight, and then he fought, and then he destroyed the George. This is where they killed him.
Where did you get the news when this happened?
I was in Uganda. I was in Uganda by then. I was really very sad. Because this is a person who helped us in everything. What made me sad is that because even the government official, I think last time, some of them, they came during the prayers, and by then we were staying in Gumbo, here in Juba. And then when I came, we went up to Ayod for the last funeral prayers, And then, the New Year culture, they told me, the elders, they told me, you are going to take over the last second wife of my father. I told them no. These two ladies.
You're the elders?
Yes, I told the elders, these two ladies are my mothers. I cannot do that one. I think before I come I think in 2009 I was forced, to get married. I was forced, yes, but I rejected. I really thank my father. I really thank my mother, because my father is the one who forced me, to get married. But I resist. I say no. I cannot get to a strange. I cannot get married to a strange lady, because this lady, first of all, she's young. They brought her in Ayod County because this lady, because of the family background.
Yeah. You have a known family background.
Yes,
so.
But I rejected. When we went to Kampala, I told her, "Do you know me?" She said, "No." I said that, "Why do you want it? It's somebody you never met in life." And then he said that, "I was told I'm going to get married to you." I said that this is a violation of the rights. This is when I was thinking about, I'm going to come up with an organization. This is the idea started. And then I just noted the idea. I never shared with somebody. I said that this society, if a man, they can force me. And what about the ladies? Even my sisters also could be forced to get married to strangers. I rejected. Even my mother fought so much, and then he said that. And then from there, when we go to Ayod, then they told me, you're going to take over. So the last wife, I say no. And then I give them a lot of reason, and then I divide the opinion of the elders, and then they say that yes, it is true.
So some elders agreed with you?
Yes. And then they leave me, in the culture, in the New Year culture, when you married your wife, I told them, I had a meeting with them as their son. I told them, according to our culture, you are going to look for a man which is the age mate of your husband. But those children, they are my brothers.
They'll be named after your dad.
Yes. Because they paid everything for their
wives.
Yes. For the cattle, everything.
Yeah.
And then I said that, okay. They told me when we are going to get the man, and then we are going to come and inform you. This is how I manage the thing.
Did you feel that it was too much responsibility to deal with such critical issues?
Yes. It's really stressful, So that's why I got late to marry, because I don't want to get married early age, because I want to take care of my siblings. Yeah, the good thing now, 2 of my sisters, they completed their diplomas, and one completed a diploma in IT, the other one a diploma in journalism and mass communications. And then the young one now, they're entering to university. This is what make me happy. I got married in 2020.
You got married in 2020?
Yes, I think that's a good thing, when you achieve some things. I got married in 2020. Yes, with the wife I need, not the wife I want. Yes.
What is the difference?
The difference, you can just want something. Just even if it is not there, you don't bother. Yes. But you said that I need this. You must look by all means. You might fight by all means.
So you feel like your wife is someone that you needed?
Yes.
And how was the marriage process?
Yeah, the marriage process is taking long because when you go direct in Nuer, it's very difficult, First of all, you need to engage. Okay. I met my wife. It's because of the God. This lady, it started in Kenya. And then when he came to Juba, he came to our house. Our house. He came to our house.
Your house?
Yes. And then he stayed together with my mother for a year. And then my mother always, when I spoke to my mother, he told me, my son, I found a good lady for you. But I asked her, how will it be possible? I don't know her.
Yeah.
Because last time in my mind, I had a girlfriend, I want to marry her. Okay? But the girlfriend disappointed me at the last. And she bleached.
She started bleaching her face?
Yes, which is not part of my characters. I told her, no. If you bleach now in your house, what about if you come to my home? It will become difficult. I cannot control you. But why do you want to change your beautiful color? And they told me this is a new thing or this. I said, okay. And you can find another person. And then I relaxed. What I did, I asked God. I asked God. Yes, I told God, please, I want a good wife with good heart, with understanding on issues. I leave everything to you. That is my conclusion. That was my conclusion. And then when this lady came, my mother told me always, hey, there's a lady here, I'm going to stay together with her for a year. There's a lady who knows my mother. And that lady, she's a relative to my current wife.
Yeah.
And then they came together, they stay in the house. And then when I came to Juba in 2020, in January, on 11th of January, I didn't go to our house. Direct. I went and stayed to a place called ECS by then. Yes. I told my sister, well, I want to meet I want to see this lady. Because in my diary, I said by 2020, I must get married by all means because I will make 35 years. And this is the promise I made to myself. But I don't know the woman I'm going to marry.
That is a bit tricky.
Yes, I don't know the woman I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
But I say I must get married by 2020, by all means. When I saw when we first met for the first time, I called, I think like 3 guys plus me plus my sisters. And then she came together with a lady.
Yeah.
They stay in our house. For the new culture, when you saw a lady, even the lady cannot eat with you. But for us, we continue eating. Because these are my brothers. We continue eating. We told them, you can order something, they say no. Our first meeting, we had a meeting at the Karen Hotel.
Yeah, Karen Hotel.
Yes. That was our first meeting. And then this guy, I told them, just observe her behavior. There's a guy who is, our cousin now is working with World Food Program in Somalia. He's a very good guy in observations.
What was he observing?
So the characters. You know, in the first day, you will know this lady, she's good and she's bad. Also, you cannot understand ladies because women are very complicated in term when it comes to in terms of behavior. They can hide their behavior for some time. You know. And then we continue. Me even, I cannot talk to her. I just want to see her, yes. In my heart, I said that this lady is beautiful. And a decent woman. A decent lady. You know, when the woman say, I stay with this lady for 1 year, yes, it is a good recommendation.
Because they know
themselves.
Yeah.
And this is my mother. Because my mother will never tell me something bad.
Yeah.
You know, and then from there, they went. And then when we told them, so we are going to give you transport, they rejected transport. We get the rickshaw and we pay the money to the rickshaw direct because they don't want to touch that money.
It's a good sign, huh?
Yes.
That means she's not going to eat your money. She's not going to ruin your money.
Yes. And then they went home. You know, and then from there I called this guy, how do you see her behavior? How do you see? They said that man is a good woman.
Fully recommended.
You just approach her. Say that, okay. And then you say after 1 week, I called her. I told her I want to meet you. And then we met at the place called, by then I think there's a place alongside of, it is Nibro Talata. It's opposite to Sudan Insurance. By then in 2020 it was called Juba Rokon.
Yeah, Juba Rokon, yeah.
So but now they change the name.
Yes, it is close to, it's in this Malakia place.
Yes.
Yes.
Then I told her, you come and get me there. And then he said that I don't know the place. Because he doesn't move. I told her, okay, I'm going to direct. Then from there, I direct somebody and then they brought her. Then we met. I tried to order juice for her. She rejected. She just take only water. Okay. Then we met. Then we just asked her, are you from which section of Nuer? And then she said that she's from Lao Nuer in Uror County.
That's also Jonglei.
Yes. Yes. We came to introduce each other. We know each other. And then, after 2 weeks, I call her.
You spent 2 weeks without calling after that meeting?
Yes. This is how this is how you understand the good ladies. A woman who is good, he will never bother to call you. But if you get a slave queen, even you need to extend to send me a time, I need this, just block that lady. And then after 2 weeks, I called her and then she came. Then I told her, that was February 2020. We finished with January.
Yeah.
And then I told her, I am going to get married. I want to marry you. And they said that, are you sure, Mr. Ter? I told her, yes. And then he told me, the term married is very expensive. I told her, how? He said that you don't know me, I don't know you. I said that is enough. For me, what I wanted now, I wanted you to tell to your parents, there's a gentleman here who want to marry me. Because her parents, they want to take her to to Aurora.
Yeah.
Okay? She want to go and stay with the people because she completed her senior 4 in 2018 in Kenya. But she want to, to spend time there with the family members in Aurora. But in the process, she never go. Because of the God planning, you never go to Aurora. This is how I got my wife. And then from there, I told her, and then he told me, give me 2 months. I said that if it is 1 year, it's okay.
You're fine.
Yes.
You're not in a hurry.
Yes, I'm not in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
He said, these 2 months, I'm going to do my homework. I said, that's okay.
She wants to go and research you.
Yes, and then she went and researched about me. She went and asked one of her relatives. I mean, yes, this guy were in school in Cavendish together. You know the good thing when you're in the school, you need to be very careful.
Well.
And the first person met my recommendation. This is the person who went to school together, and he's the relative. And then that guy told her, if it's Mr. Ter Manyang who want to marry you, the good guy. Even you are lucky.
Okay.
I say, wow. In my heart, I say, okay. And he went ahead and then to tell, so the uncle in Canada, there's a man who want to marry me because a daddy and was killed in 1996 by an accident, And then the second uncle who Paul Haddadi is the head of the family. The third one who Paul this one is staying in Canada. He's the one who taking care of the family and he's the one who paid the school fees. And then the uncle in Canada told her, if this man is from Ayod County, if he's from Gawar, he's a good person. And go ahead. And then just inform the rest. Then from there, and I think the first week of March, he came to me and he said that my people accepted you, and I accepted you also.
Wow.
I say thank you. That is the word and where you say that Chilojetel.
What does that mean?
Chilojetel mean thank you.
Ah.
Chilojetel, I am thank you. Just only simple word.
Just simple like that.
Yes. Then I told her, because I have my program, I told her we're going to engage ladies in May. The engagement.
In May.
Oh, yes. On the 3rd of May, I and my colleagues, we engage ladies. Because, and the second father, he's a police. And he stay.
Stepfather.
Yes. And he stay in Rajab. In Kulia.
The
yes.
the Rajaf Police College.
Yes. And then the father told her, because I don't have an house here, the only place I have somebody in POC. In your culture, if your father-in-law asking you to come anywhere you go, you can go to that place.
You need to go. You cannot reject.
Whether you are
yeah.
And then we told her, it's okay. And then they arranged a good house in POC. Then on the 3rd we make a negotiation on because and when you are making engagement, you need to go with some money. Because by then I was working in Uganda, and my money I had $10,000.
It's good money.
It's not good money.
Why?
This is small.
So you went with how much?
It is small because in the process I end up spending like 4,000, and then the 6,000 plus and then we give 2,500 so US dollars for the engagement of the girls.
Yeah,
you give to them, and then the morning around 8.
Yeah.
This girl you engage in at night, they are going to take you direct to the elders.
So you don't talk with the elders first?
You don't talk to elders first. They're the girls who will allow you to go to the elders.
So you spend the night there?
Yes. And making negotiations.
The whole night?
Yeah, the whole night. Until at 7. Then at 8, we go to the elders.
Yeah.
And then the elders, you don't just come. I think there are 3 steps. When you enter to the house, you pay some envelope.
Yeah.
That is equivalent to 1 cow. And then when you sit down at the table like this, and you make another cow, and then from there they will allow you to sit. We go as 7 members, okay, because this is only. Yeah. Then when we sat, and the person in charge, and then introduce us, even including me. The first question they ask, is this man from which section of Nuer? Then they talk, and then when they had my father.
Your father's name?
Yes. As I said, they said that we know the father. He's a great man.
Wow.
I was very happy for that word.
Because your father really paved the way for you,
yes,
that means.
Yes. I was very happy for that word. They said the father of this man is really a great man. And then in the process, they said that they accepted us. And then they told us now, you will come with your parents. Coming with my parents, there's what we call negotiation of dowries. This is where I begin, yes. You come with your parents. Because now, this step is only for young men.
Yeah.
Only for young men. You pay these 2 cattle. And this one, you don't need condom for this. It is just only for those elders.
Yeah.
If you go direct, yes. Yeah. Those 2 cattle. Plus, and plus your sister-in-laws. And you pay $1,500.
So then how long did the whole process take until the marriage?
The whole process took like, I think from May until November.
So this is November. That's when you now did.
This is when they gave me the wife on the 7th of November.
Wow. And then from there on, what is the process? Do you now do? Is there a wedding?
Yes. You can go for
Traditional.
You can go for the white wedding, but because this is a traditional wedding.
Yeah.
Because in Nuer, and this is successful marriage.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this one. My brother, this kind of the traditional marriage, they are the most successful marriage. You see, my observation is that any lady got married in Freedom Hall, either is not going to give birth on time, or they will take this lady to Egypt or maybe to Khartoum. I don't know now. We don't have a place in Khartoum. I don't know what is wrong with Freedom Hall. All the marriage will not last long.
So you think all the marriages in Freedom Hall?
I don't know. No, this is my observation. I have seen a lot of. Yes, I have seen this. Yes, I don't know. The Freedom Hall is a place of show up. I don't know. But I didn't go to Freedom Hall. But my wife is a good wife. They give me anything. Even I am not thinking to get another woman. No.
So you're
because
satisfied.
This woman, they treat me very much. We have a son. It's called Ter Manyang.
Oh, so it's
Ter Manyang.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very lovely son.
Now, let me talk a little bit about your work. You so since you came from Uganda, now you started the Center for Peace and Advocacy, right? CPA.
Yes.
When was your official work started here in South Sudan?
Our official work started in South Sudan in January. Okay. I think no. Our official work was started on 20th of April, 2020. Okay. This is when we work here. CPA, Center for Peace and Advocacy, is not just come out from the blue. We formed this organization because when I was in Uganda, I was a local chairperson of Ayod community. After I left, when I took some women to the camp, to the Kriadongo refugee settlement, I found 2 ladies. One is the Nuer and one is the Dinka. These 2 ladies, they don't speak English. They stand for 3 days. They could not communicate to the camp officers
to get their help.
To be registered. In order they give them also the plot. When I came, I took 3 husbands. 3 wives whose husbands were killed here. Then I took them to the camp. When I asked, this new lady told me we stay here for 3 days and we cannot speak to anybody because we don't know. And then said that this lady here is a Dinka. Does not know English. I don't know English. We just communicate in Arabic. I said that okay. I went to the camp manager, and then I approached him, and then he told me, yes, I don't know Arabic. I could not speak Arabic. And other people, they don't bother to ask. Everybody just doing your own thing. But I was the one who come to approach them. And what could be the issue? And then they narrated everything. Then from there, I took them for registration. And they took the pictures, and then after 2 days, they allocate them to their lands. Okay? When I came back to Kampala, I sat down, I think around 1. I sat down. I said that I need to do something.
1 a.m.?
Yes, at night. I said that I need to do something. This is how we say that a Center for Peace and Advocacy, one of our core objectives is to promote women empowerment, the right of women in the country.
So then there's ideas now. Currently, what does the center do right now in South Sudan?
Now, we are advocating for the right of women in the country because women, they should give them a chance, not only just giving birth. They need to participate in the affairs of the nations.
Yeah.
They need to decide on their own, and we train women, on the issue of human rights because the center to all is the issue of human rights. One, you're right. Even your husband will not manipulate you. Even others people, even other community, you know they're right. Now, last year we trained 35 youth, and 15 of them are women. Because we are very on issue of transitional justice.
You're very on issues of transitional justice.
Yes, especially African Union transitional justice in line with Chapter 5 of the Peace Agreement. We train them with the support of enemies and human rights divisions. We train them on the issue of transitional justice. And then also, the Center for Peace and Advocacy, we are a co-chair of the civic space and working group within the South Sudan Human Rights Defenders Network. We train women on human rights documentation, monitoring, and reporting. Whether it is happening within your neighborhood, whether it's happening in your home, you need to document. So that we live in the country where everybody and promote the human rights and rule of law.
What do you think the status of since you work on civic space, what is the status of the civic space and human rights in the country?
Yes, if you look at scene from 2020 up to now, at least there's a reductions. At least
it's improving. There's a reduction in violations.
Yes, in term of violations. Yeah. Although there's some slight also mistake, at least there's some reduction.
Do you think the status of human rights in the country do you think it has improved since 2016 up to now?
No, it's not yet improved, because if you look at the official from the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs plus official of from South Sudan Human Rights Commission, they went to Geneva.
South Sudan Human Rights Commission is the state agency that is supposed to promote human rights.
Yes, to monitoring, to document, to reporting. It's a
constitutional body, right?
Yes. And then they went to Geneva, and then when they went to Geneva, South Sudan was given 258 recommendations
of things that needs to be improved.
258 recommendations on human rights to be improved at least for 3 years.
Before they come for another reporting?
Yes, before they come to another reporting. And then in 2026, they will go back. But now, if you look at the status now of the human rights in the country, first of all, the South Sudan Human Rights Commission, they don't have funding also from the government, which make everything difficult.
Who heads the South Sudan Human Rights Commission now? I know Gideon, Ben Gideon used to head it.
I think the current there's this gentleman. I think the interim yes, is Honorable. I've forgotten his name. Even it's no longer in the country. I think he went to Canada because he's frustrated.
So, so you think it's the Human Rights Commission is extremely underfunded?
Even they don't have an office.
What do you mean they don't have an office?
They don't have an office because there's no funding. They're operating in their homes, and this information you get it from us because it's our partner. It's our partner, and we hire.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think the Human Rights Commission doesn't have funding?
Because I think the government is not interested to fund the human rights in the country, and is not interested because if you look at the nature of human rights, if you look at the main, if you look at the mandate is to document, to give report, you know. And they have 2 annual reports every year. They have the quarterly report and the annual report, and they present it through the parliament. But since 2020, they never had any report to be presented to parliament because of the issue of lack of funding.
But don't you think also this lack of funding is also at times something that people just put as, because they're like other institutions that also don't have funding, but they seem to be doing something.
Yes, of course, but also the Human Rights Commissions. Is the government institution at least they're supposed to give them something, and also they need to get also the funding also from other sources.
From other sources, yeah.
Yes,
because also the leadership of such institutions, there are other institutions in this country that are underfunded.
Yes.
I mean, you look at the Ministry of Peace Building.
Yes.
They have other partners.
Yes.
So
I agree with you.
Yeah. So at times it could be lack of funding, but at times also.
So the personalities
that lead
of the people who are working, okay, sometimes they are not well connected.
Yeah.
With other donors. For instance, South Sudan Human Rights Commission is supposed to lead the civil society during the African Commission on Human Rights. African Commission on Human Rights.
Where is that based?
Because it's based in Gambia and
Banjul, yeah. The Banjul.
And they don't go there because that's what we call national
Human Rights Commissions.
Yes, in Africa.
Yes.
And South Sudan is a member. And South Sudan human rights is a member,
I mean,
and they don't attend.
The Ethiopian one is very strong.
Yes,
They
because
actually,
last year we went and attended in Arusha. I think 5 South Sudanese civil society organizations, they went. But the only organization what was given a chance to make a presentation on behalf of the National Human Rights Commission in Africa is DRC. But DRC, they don't have the commission. They call is the Minister for Human Rights. Yes. The Minister for Human Rights in DRC and made the presentation. He mentioned South Sudan like 10 times.
Wow.
Yes.
Now,
And Sudan.
Now, when you look at what do you think your work is? You as Ter, what is your voice when it comes to human rights and advocacy in this country? What kind of voice do you represent?
The voice we represented as Center for Peace and Advocacy, we represented the voice of citizens in the country. Even those who are working in the government, even those who are working in different institutions, because they cannot speak for themselves. For instance, even those NS, they cannot speak. Okay? But for us, we speak on the behalf of all the citizens of this country, especially youth and women. Okay? Because sometimes in this country, and my brother and sister, it's very difficult for you to speak because people have fear. They say that after speaking, maybe unknown gunmen will come to you.
You don't have that fear?
And why should I fear? Because
you have a family.
Yes, I have a family.
Because
South Sudan need a second liberation on words, not on guns. The second liberation where every South Sudanese will have a freedom of expression, a freedom of assembly, a freedom of movement, a freedom to get married to any community. He's not here now, but it is us who will do it because our children, they need to live in that country, because if you look at the state where we are now in terms of the economic crisis, the citizen can just go out. Because now people are staying, even the government institution, the government, they don't have money. But we have money in the country. We have money.
Do you think some of the the way you say, because you're always in the media, you quoted in iRadio, in all this. Do you think some people think that you're a bit of a trouble? You're a troublesome person? Do some elders in the government think you're a bad child?
Yeah, in advocacy, you don't mind about what they say, okay? But if you mind about you and what they say, it's even you will not achieve your goal, okay? Because in this country now, we need 2 approaches. Number 1 is the radical approach. Radical approach that will coming to naming of the people.
Saying this person did this and this.
Yes, this one is going to help us. And this approach works. Like Luther King Jr. in US, the advocate. When he do the issue of advocacy, even coming to naming of the people. And he said that I have a dream. America one day, they will not judge you because of your color, because of your this. They will judge you according to your character.
Yeah.
And this is what we want in the country. They will not judge you because you are from Kakwa, you are from Morale, you are from Pajulu, you are from Mashuli. They will judge you according to your character. Okay? And this is the country we want. Sometimes, yes, some people, they will say that Mr. Terry is stubborn. Even they gave us name. They said that and you sold our country, all this. But we don't have power to solve the country. We are not soldiers. We are not decision makers. They're the one who sold the country.
But they think your Khawajat gave you some money.
No. Even the kind of house I'm living now, if you go and see it, you would say that what I this man. But I'm saying simple house. I don't drive B8. My work, I wanted every South Sudanese citizen voice to be heard in decision making in the affairs of the country. And I think the speech of the president during our independence, and he said, we fought harder in this country in order for our children to stay in the country where there's a peace. And this one is true. We need peace because the central role now is peace. Because if we don't have peace, we cannot talk about development.
So all those things will not progress.
Yes.
So do you meet with some of these leaders?
Yes. So they know me.
So when you meet with them, what kind of conversations do you have?
First of all, I told them, in this country, we need our airport, because the country now, if you are thinking this country is belong to other people, and you are lying, because you shouldn't come back to the country. Although you shouldn't, they study abroad, they study in UK, in US, in Germany, but at the end of the day, they will come back to this country. It's us to build it, okay? And then also some of them, they admitted. To be honest, my conversation with all those leaders, they admitted. They mess up the country, but if they mess up the country, it's us to pick it back.
Do you, what about the young people when you meet with them? What kind of conversations do you have?
Young people, they got frustrated. In terms
of young people, when you meet them, what do they say?
They got frustrated because they don't have decent jobs. They don't have decent houses. They don't have decent cars. They don't have a decent wife. They don't have a decent family. It's because...
but are all these things to be blamed on the government?
Yes. Yes.
How can the government get you a decent wife?
Listen to me. The government will give you a decent wife. One, you have a good job.
Yeah.
You will get a decent wife. You will get a decent house. Yes. If you don't have a job, and where will you get a decent wife? Where will you get a decent house?
So you feel like the improvement of the livelihood of young people?
Yes. According to my discussion with some of the officials from the US, when we issue statements because we told US government, you are employing also the foreigners in the embassies. But they told me, and what proof do you have? I told them I have proof. Now look, we have some tribe in South Sudan who are from other borders. We have actually in South Sudan and they're in Uganda.
Yeah.
We have a Kakwa in South Sudan, they're in Uganda.
And they're also in Congo.
We have a Mahdi in South Sudan, they are in Uganda.
Yeah.
We have a Nuer in South Sudan and they're in Ethiopia. I told them now, how will you distinguish them? These people we employ here in the embassy are the foreigners.
How do you think, how will you identify that?
We identify them, even when you call an Asholi man from South Sudan and Uganda, you can hear from their accents, the way they speak. Okay? But now because our system is very weak, they went to immigration here to bribe some of the officers to get national ID easily.
Do you think there are a lot of people employed in this country, in the NGOs and the embassies who are foreigners?
Yes. And a good number of them.
Big number?
Yes, a good number of them. Because if we are going to do a research now, according to our assessment we did in 2021, okay, we will not mention the big organizations. We will not mention their names. They prefer employing NGOs than the South Sudanese because there's this concept, which I don't like, by the way. They say South Sudanese they don't have a capacity. What kind of capacity do we want from 2005 up to now? And we don't have capacity? So, Yajama, the capacity, they bring the money in name of capacity. We want to do the capacity building. That's why you can see a lot of Ugandan, a lot of Kenyan, because these are the two countries in the NGO sector.
What do you think, if someone is actually, let me say someone is a Ugandan or a Kenyan or from Ethiopia, for example, but they have been here since 2005 and they believe in the values of this country, don't you think they have the right to have an ID and to be a South Sudanese?
The constitution of South Sudan is very clear. It's not only from 2005. You need to stay in this country at least for 20 years or maybe 15 years in order for you to qualify to get the citizenship.
But where do you start counting the years? From when did you start?
So maybe you can start counting maybe from maybe early 2000. Yes, early 2000.
Yeah.
If you stay here in South Sudan from 2000, you are qualified to be citizen of South Sudan. Okay? But the children who are born here, whose parents are the foreigners, they became automatically, by birth, a citizen of South Sudan. But now, our issue is on the border. Because the international law does not allow any person with disability to go to another country. Because this person will not do anything the country will not get any benefit from this person.
This person with disability or person?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The South Sudan will not get benefit from this person.
Mm-hmm.
And then our immigration, they are very weak. They allow them to come in. Even they allow also the prostitute. If you go to Jebel, it's full of Ugandans. Even I myself, I report this one to police. And I went to Jebel. I told them this is a national security threat. If the prostitutes are here, because other country.
But their customers are South Sudanese.
Yes, they are South Sudanese.
Uh-huh.
But we will be better okay if these ladies are the South Sudanese.
So, wait. So are you saying that it's better to have South Sudanese prostitutes?
Yes. So then foreigners, because these people, they will contribute something to the house. Because now, first of all, the government does not regulate them. Because in another country, they give you the tax and you pay tax. They take you to hospital. They check you. You know.
So you think we should legalize prostitution or regulate it?
If it is need be in the country, if it is need be, because now we have in the country. This is not.
So prostitution is there, whether we like it or not. It's there.
Yes, it is there. It is the reality. We know them even in the Sherkat. In the Sherkat. Because me sometimes after I move, I know what is going on in the country. This is a national security threat, my brother. Now, I am coming to immigration. Immigration here. If, because of our system, there are some foreigners who take advantage of our weak system.
And get IDs.
They got IDs. Yeah, really. They got IDs because they have money. And if you give them $200 today, you will have your ID now in a few minutes. And that's why our country now,
but
we don't know who is the South Sudanese.
But this is also a problem in Kenya, in Uganda.
No, they have a system. No.
In Kenya, there are a lot of Somalis who get IDs.
No, the Somalis, they stay in Kenya. When I was working in Uganda, when I was working with the organization I formed, they give me what we call work permit. In work permit, I don't just get the work permit. I go to what we call Police Interpol. Police Interpol, they gave me what we call the certificate of good conduct.
Yes. Biometric.
They check me whether I am criminal or not. This is where I will go to the ministry. They give me the work permit. Okay? This is how they do things in the country. Even if you go to Ministry of Labor, even they give work permit to managers. In which country you give a work permit to managers? You don't give. Because we have managers here in this country. You just give work permit to the country directors only. But the rest of the position is supposed to be.
But there is now there is this new is it NGO Act or what is it, the new act?
NGO Act is
the new act that says now like there will be 80% national.
It's not yet implemented. Even we at the Center for Peace and Advocacy in 2020, we did analysis on NGO Act. Now our recommendation, because we wanted also the classification or registration of NGOs, in which the South Sudanese citizens. The first, they supposed to give them 36 months. 36 months. At the end of the year, you're supposed to take annual report to RRC, whether you secure funding or not. Okay? This is one of the recommendations. Then the second recommendation, we say that the citizen of East African country, the organization is supposed to be registered as the regional NGOs. With the condition, they need to get a certificate of good conduct from Interpol in their home countries. They need to get the recommendation from the line ministry within their home country. And then from there, you give them 2 years for registrations. Okay? And then at the end of the year, they take annual report. And then in the registration, the rest should be South Sudanese. If the head is a Kenyan, is a Ugandan, the rest of the staff should be South Sudanese. The same to the coordinator NGOs. Okay? And then when you come to international NGOs, they're supposed to be what they call a country agreement. The South Sudan should have an agreement with those organizations who came from other country. But if you come without any money, you're coming here in South Sudan to get resources here, you are not supposed to be allowed by South Sudan government. And you are not supposed to go and implement activity in Yei, in Rumbek. We have a 9 NGOs who are supposed to do those activities. But for international NGOs now, they're coming to compete with the 9 NGOs. And when they call for proposal, we witness this.
From the embassies and what they also
yes,
apply.
they also apply. This is the weakest part of RRC from our government. They are not supposed to allow to do that. Yes.
So, and I think that it will take time to kind of do. Now, what is when you look at, as we're kind of coming to conclusion, what is your prospect now with this coming, with the elections or issues of peace, now stability in the country, the Tumaini initiative? What's your view on that?
Yes, peace is good for everybody, including those who sabotage peace. Because there are some individuals who believe that they want to continue with confusions. They want to rule with confusions so that they will not understand their motive. Okay? We have those individuals in the country. And that's why you can hear always there's a lack of political will, What is this? Political will. So what is this? If this peace agreement, if the current peace agreement implemented in letter and spirit, this peace agreement will take us to the heaven, will take us to a good place, will take us to, our economy will come back, everything will come back. But there are some individuals who sabotage everything. The Tumai initiative is good steps, because we want the participation of every stakeholder in the country. But we have two generals who are not part of Tumai initiative.
Yeah, so
we have General Thomas Shirilo and Gadwajdol. Because these two generals, they don't trust Kenya as a government because of the security, because of what happens in the previous years.
But Gadwajdol is in Sudan. Does he trust Sudan?
Yes, he trusts Sudan more than Kenya because of the reason known to him.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey. Yes. Sudan with all the chaos in it is safer than Kenya.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. But according to the government spokesperson, and he said that the chief negotiator and General Somboyo reached out to Gadwajdol to come to negotiation, and then because there's no way of transportation
from
is
Sudan.
stuck.
Yeah.
This is another way. And then also they reach out to Thomas Shirilo. Thomas Shirilo does not trust the current government of Kenya because of the previous human rights violation happened in Kenya. Yeah, I think it's having a genuine. It's having a genuine concern. I think always in the peace you need to listen to both parties. I think I don't know the reason why, and the President Kiir decided the peace to bring to Kenyan state for the easy venue for everybody to have the access. Also like Rome.
When Kenya is easier to access than Rome?
Geographically for me, no. Kenya is more easy, but for the security concern of those generals.
Yes, that's
okay. The peace agreement is supposed to take place in Rome. Yes.
So, what do you think now will be the way forward?
There's a two way forward. One is either we extend the peace agreement after the negotiation of the Tumai initiative. The current peace agreement should be extended. Should be expanded and extended in order to accommodate.
Expanded to accommodate the other.
Yes.
And then extended so that we can have a way of.
Yes, we can have a way forward.
But don't you think those people are these people as if they're now walking into a restaurant where people are already eating?
Yes.
Whose plate are they going to take?
Of course, we have a lot of rooms. The current Artigono. There are a lot of rooms. Yeah. If the current...
Do you think all those leaders who want to join, do you think all of them are genuine or some of them just like...
No. Because I was in Nairobi, I interact with some of them, Some of them just emerged from nowhere. Even I never seen, they said that I'm commander-in-chief of this. I was wondering, I don't know if this is the way we're going to get the position.
You're wondering what? You think they're not the commander-in-chief of nobody?
Yes.
But some actually have a lot of forces and
yes.
Yeah. And do you think like?
But if you look at the general Thomas Shirolo, they have forces.
Yeah.
Even also the General Gadwajdol.
Yeah.
Even also General Boy, Manyang. But the question is General Malong. Is General Malong leaving South Sudan because he's having the gender issue or because he was removed? Because if you look at the General Malong, he's a part of the violation of human rights.
No, but also he also says that he has a legitimate grievances. Do you think his grievances are not legitimate?
Because if I have disagreement with you now, I don't think I will go to Bush because I was part of the government.
But also, Thomas was also part of the government.
Yes, was part of the government, but he's having a lot of forces. If you can compare to.
But don't you think this is this is a wrong way to approach it? So that people, if someone has more forces, we talk to them. Shouldn't we encourage people? Even people, if they don't have forces, we should also talk to them. We shouldn't we should not incentivize that we only talk to someone who has power.
If you look at the recent, I think there was a press release, I think made by the spokesperson of SSPDF. And he said that the process of feel free.
Yeah, the comedian.
Yes. And then he said that we killed 2, and then he's remaining with 3.
Okay, there's nothing funny about
I will laugh.
You're laughing because you think feel free doesn't have anything.
Yes.
But do you think as a country we are a bit of a funny country even with this messed up?
Yes.
It's a bit funny at times,
Yes.
some of the things.
Yes.
Even if it is violation.
This
is in the country because at times, and at the end, as I say, like all of us are part of this country.
Yes.
So it is good that as much as, when you see even in the Tumaini initiative, those of Pagana Mum are dancing together with Michael McCoy, with Grigori and everyone.
Everybody enjoying,
Yeah.
Even everybody, when I saw the video, I said that, wow.
It was really nice.
Yes,
it's really nice. Yeah. All of these people jump.
They are dancing together. Even Uncle McCoy is very serious, good dancer.
and I think probably we should take this country with that spirit. Like I think all of us who have nationality in this country.
Yes.
I think ideally all of us should be caring about each other.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking that this person wants to bring me down, that person wants to bring me down. Yeah.
And also my appeal to citizens is that don't be a passive citizen. Be active citizen always. Okay? Know the affairs of your country, understanding the issues, so that you will know also what is going on in the country. Don't say that, this one, I am not part of this.
Yeah.
But this country, whether you remain silent, if you remain silent, it's going to get you. Whether you are talking, it's going to get you. It's better for you to talk, to speak your mind.
So you think like even if you don't speak, at the end when things mess up,
it will come to you.
It will come to you. You'll speak too late.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, my brother.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for spending time with us. I hope to catch up with you soon.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when the episode is up.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.